Hi, I'm Rachel Scott. I'm the founder and creative director of Diotima. I launched Diotima in 2021 and I'm back home in Kingston for the holidays. When they announced my name at the CFD Awards, I was completely shocked. I really did not think I was going to win that award. And I was also panicked because I hadn't prepared a speech and the crowd was insane. There were so many like Hollywood celebrities and major people in the industry. So it was absolute panic and shock because I had to figure out what to say in front of Mary J. Blige and Demi Moore, who was at my table and all of that. But it was really special. Sister Nancy was playing, Kai was there, Kai Newman was there with me, and it was just like, it felt like such an achievement to have Jamaica represented in such an important place at such a high level. I had been thinking about starting my own brand for a lot, very specifically over the last few years, but I would say the entirety of my career, which has been 17 years long and probably my entire life. And I think when I first left Jamaica to go to university when I was 18, the idea was to do something that would bring it back to home. And so this was always something in my mind. And even like 15 years ago, I used to live in Milan. I would come home and I would research different crafts that were being made and try and meet people that were doing these crafts. So even though I developed the brand only 3 years ago, it's been on my mind for a long time. It was been like a goal, but there's life and I'm Jamaican, so I need a visa everywhere I go and you have to pay dues and it takes time to get there. When I was thinking about what I wanted to name the brand, I knew I didn't want it to be my name. For legal reasons, but then also because the brand isn't about me and I don't want it to be about me. And I kept thinking about, I studied lots of philosophy in my spare time, which is hilarious. But in Plato's Symposium, there's a figure, Diotima, and she explains love to Socrates. And in her explanation, love, the simplest form is like love of someone beautiful. And if you can love someone beautiful, you can love everyone. And then you can love culture and institutions. And the highest form is beauty itself. And then that was also taken up in the 50s by Marcuse and Eros and Civilization. And he says that you can take desire and sublimate it and create beauty. And I thought that was the most amazing idea, to take desire, to take, love and create that into beauty. And I also really love that it's not clear if she's real or if she was invented for the purpose of this story. But if she was a real figure, it's more likely that she was a very specialized kind of prostitute. So she would have been like this very special kind of prostitute in Greek society back in those days, where she's like a high form of teacher. So I like that as well. When I was kind of concepting what I wanted the brand to be, it was always really important for me to link Jamaica, or to have Jamaica be the foundation in some way. And I think that really comes out of, I grew up here, I left to go to university, and one person said something to me that really stuck with me. I don't know if you know Winston Stoner. He actually got me an internship at Vogue when I was like 19 or something like that, which was a crazy experience. And I learned I did not want to work in the editorial side. But he said to me, Rachel, before you go, just remember, like, no matter where you go, you always have to bring it back home. You can't abandon and take everything with you and not bring it back. And so that's always stuck with me. And I think that's maybe a sentiment that a lot of people of my generation have, that we don't want to contribute to brain drain. And so being that I'm in fashion, this is the only way I know how to bring it back home. And, I grew up with crochet, not in my specific home. My mother's parents weren't alive, but I saw it everywhere. I saw crochet in everyone's houses, their grandmas did it, their aunties, mothers, what have you. And so that was kind of like an easy first starting point to think about what I could do with a fashion brand. But there's so many other things I want to explore. So they're longer term projects. For 2024, I have lots of big plans. I think coming out of 2023, where so many things happened that I didn't expect at the end of 2022, I feel really, just emboldened to just go for everything, So obviously there are collections coming out. I'm going to be shooting my next collection in a few weeks, and I'll have a presentation during New York Fashion Week in February. But hoping to do some really exciting, maybe more collaborations with artists, just kind of creating more of the world for people to access, because it is so small. And I just want to have like more of a physical touch point for people.